Yeah? All right. Oh no, don't put the pencil in your nose. Silly girl. Well, hello, and welcome back. I'm A.J. O'Neill, and we're doing some live coding. Yet again, continuation from this morning and last night. And we may have some garage noises going on. Let's see. Okay, anyway. So I'm at the point of being able to test the Google sign-in. That's, oops, what I'm going to be doing momentarily. I think it wasn't working because, let's see, because the route was different between the front end and the back end. I think that was what my deal is, the reason that it's failing. But before we do that, yeah, happy afternoon to everybody. And a quick word from our not a sponsor, Mr. Mountain Dew. I know it's the second time today, but you know, it's one of those days. Pop it out, my friends, and let us open focus. She needs the pencil or she needs the wood? And don't mind the interruptions. My office is in the garage, and my wife is doing the more traditionally male role of carpentry, and I'm doing the more traditionally female role of programming. We don't abide by gender stereotypes. Okay. It's interesting that traditionally programming is a female job, but at some point it became a male job, probably after one of the wars. Or, you know what I mean. It became a predominantly male job, whereas before it was predominantly female. Let's see. Oh, yeah, what I was going to check on is to see in my example file here, where all am I using session? We have session delete, session auth2, session OIDC. So why does that work the way that it does? Well, I think on this a second. So we have... Oh no, the dust cloud is coming this way. Hold on just one second. Full text search engines for Node.js. I don't know about for Node.js because full text search is a database technology, not a functional technology. But yeah, I'm sure somebody's written something. Postgres has full text search built in, as does SQLite. One second, I'll be right back. I'm gonna put up the dust shield. Oh yeah, for sure. Hey, don't put on the floor. Uh-oh. Well, that's weird. Well, I don't know how this happened. Let's see. This is going that way? No, this is going that way. The clip came undone here, which doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh, I guess it's not very strong. Okay. Oh. In you go. Oh, is it this way? Huh, that's weird. What's going on? Hey, Mommy, I want to trace a big line. Is there...
Okay, then we need to go and
Where'd
measure.
the grommet go?
Let's go measure.
Oh.
And you have to remember the numbers, and then we have to measure, do the marks, and then you
Oh,
can
yeah.
trace. Come here.
Coming back around. Had to put up the dust curtain. Okay. Doctrine is an ORM. Now, Doctrine may support text search features of other databases, but Doctrine in of itself is not a full text search engine. Well, unless there's a different Doctrine than what I'm familiar with, which is totally possible and probable. But Doctrine, as I know it, is simply an ORM. Nothing more than that. Okay, now where did my little whatchamabob go? There it is. Okay, let's change the camera settings. Bump up the brightness just a touch. There we go. And we're back. Okay. Woo! That's right. Okay. Where was I at? I think that full text search by default isn't fuzzy text search, but I'm not really sure. I'm kind of new to this, which isn't very practical for mistypes or different ways of typing things. What? Yeah, so there's the fuzzy searching has nothing to do with full text search. There is anatomized full text search where I forget what the technical term is, but basically branching. So misses, missing, mission. And so it'll take root words and you can do it per language. So you can have one of these indexes that's specifically for English, and it will break down English words missed, between past participle and past and future, will miss, and it will take the different ways, adding ly onto the end, anal, option, optional. Not, I guess that's not anal. That's just all, but ly, quickly. It'll take the words into their component parts and develop a tree for them, and then it will do. It's not a fuzzy search. It's just an intelligent breakdown of the words. Yeah, MongoDB would not be a good choice for that. That's not what Mongo is intended to do. It's not in the purview of Mongo as a database. So yeah, I would not expect Mongo. Full text search is a very specific type of database. It's not just it's not generic, and you get it for what you need it for. Let's see. If you search bears, yeah, bear and bears, that's not fuzzy search. That is what I was talking about before, where it breaks the words down into trees based on the language and common patterns that are in the language. So it'll get some things wrong. It might allow you to search for a word without an S where that word actually must include an S. But yeah, Postgres has full text search. SQLite has full text search. I think Lucene, also has full text search. How's that saw noise for y'all? It's super loud here, but it doesn't look like, it looks like it might be noise canceled by the mic. Probably not when I'm speaking. And it's only happening occasionally. Anyway, what was I getting back to here? I was looking at the paths, and this one has session in it, and I have to figure out when should it have session and when should it not. I think if it's going to create a new session, that's when it should have session in it. So let's take a look. How might we pick these apart? So is this going to result in a new session? Yes, it will. Is refresh going to result in a new session? No. Exchange? No. So challenge, exchange, yes, that will result in a new session. So it seems like that should That should begin with session. This should begin with session, but that's not how I did it previously. And then by that measure, we could say credentials should begin with session. And what else? What are the things that actually issue a session? These issue a session. So I wonder if I could maybe group the things that deal with session all together in one. Okay, let's see.
Hey, sweetheart, I'm listening to you.
Oh my.
What's your choice? That's a good question.
I'm looking at your database query here. Let me actually bring this out so we can all look at it together. So it looks like, I'm guessing this is PHP. And that is going to cause a full table scan, which is the bad part about that. What you probably, well, maybe not. Yeah, it's definitely going to cause a full table scan because you're doing calculations on the rows of the database. So it can't know what to select without traversing every row of the database. So there's probably a better way that you could do this that would limit by quite a bit how many rows need to be searched. One mechanism that can work well for this is so if you translate latitude and longitude first into, I think it's the Pokemon system for Pokemon Go. I can't remember the name of it. I dealt with this a little bit. Let me see if I can search Kool-Aid J86 Pokemon Go. See if I can find Hilbert Curve Quad Tree. This is what you might want to look at. Okay. And I did S2 geometry. So it's called S2 geometry. Why that isn't forwarding to the right place, I don't know. But let me just search this. See if we can find it. We could probably find it on NPM if nothing else. Okay, it's over here. I need to add that mirror back to GitHub. So this might be the kind of thing that you actually would want to use. You want to convert your latitude and longitude into S2 geometry, and then you want to find the cell that you're interested in searching in. And then once you've found those results, then you can go back to latitude and longitude to get more specific. Or actually I don't think that you have to. Anyway, you basically can just figure out the precision of where you want to look, convert it to this format that's easier to discern, easier to walk, rather, and easier to sort in a database. Get some results based on that first, and then do the fine-tuning afterwards. And I think Postgres has geolocation features in it as well, so that might be even better. So I'm not really familiar with GeoSearch, but I think that you could probably use specific GeoSearch features better even than what this is. But for a naive implementation, converting to this and sorting by prefixes is going to do a better job in terms of database performance. If your database is small, it doesn't matter. If you've only got 10 posts in the database, it doesn't matter. But if you've got tens of thousands of posts, then you probably want to look at something that's more like this. So let me get rid of all that. Yeah, Postgres is the professional database. There's no downside to it in terms of comparison to, say, MySQL. It's all upside. I would never recommend anybody learn MySQL because you'll never need to use MySQL outside of maybe a WordPress installation. You're welcome. I hope that that is helpful. Again, if you just have a small number of posts, it doesn't matter. And what you're doing, if it works, it works. But if you need something that's a scalable solution, which maybe you don't, yeah, do the conversions. Okay. So I put session up there. I really believe that these should be scoped under session as well. Not these, yes, these two. These two should be scoped under session as well. I'm not quite sure how yet. I guess they're two different sides of a magic link. So maybe it could be magic code and magic receipt or something like that. Magic link code, magic link receipt. I called it challenge, but maybe magic link is better. Maybe just call it magic for short. Yeah, and there could be magic slash link and magic slash code. That might work. I think that's actually the right way to go about it. I'm not going to make this change yet. I'm just going to note that I think that's what it should be. This should be session magic code. And this one should be session magic link. Or maybe it's the other way. Maybe this is magic link and this is actually, I may have gotten these wrong. This one says use code. This one says use receipt. So this one, I think I might have flippy dude these. I'll have to go check this. Your sock is broken. Is your sock ripped or is it dirty? Oh, it's ripped. Yep. Sometimes socks rip. What are you going to do? Exchange receipt, redeem code. I think that these names were just bad names to begin with. Let me go look at, I'm pretty sure redeem code. I think the names for those are backwards. Redeem code. Oh no, because one of them is when you have the code and you're ready to present it. So because the code could have gone through a text message or an email or however. One is you're exchanging the code. The other one is the code was recently exchanged. And so the initiator, I'm not sure how that should be handled because I think it is a separate process. But I'm not sure which way that should go. So I think this is magic. That is the link. And this one is magic. What is it? I don't know. What is this, the original? I don't know. Something like that. I'll come back to that later. But I fixed my problem with, I was missing session, from the OIDC. So now if we refresh, this login should work again. Let me go ahead and refresh here. Nothing breaking so far. Google sign in, login, something went wrong. What's wrong this time? Oh, good. A different error. First argument must be the type of string or instance of buffer array, blah, 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 blah. All right, so that's good. Where is that coming from? Response, async router. Oh, crapola. So the bad news Receive type function. So something went wrong, but unfortunately I don't know where it went wrong because of the nature of the async stack here. We have somewhere where ostensibly res.send was called. So let me go trace that down and see what I can find. Did you stop working on the digital cash app? So there's two that I'm working on. I didn't stop working on them. I just put pause on those. So I've got my day job and my moonlighting. This is part of my day job. I just wanted to bang this out at home today. Sometimes it's nice to just be alone in my own office at home. And I don't know what MI or MUI means, but you can do front end for me if you want to. For the day pass project, we do have a budget for that. Actually, yeah, there's a number of front end things where some of them I can find budget for, some of them I can't. MUI. Oh, is that supposed to be material UI? Is that what that's supposed to mean? Okay. So where did things go wrong? I'm going to guess that it's actually in the OIDC routes right here. But let's go ahead and put a console.log. Got here. And just put a debug there. Remember console.log? We always burn the logs. Oh, am I not using... Hold on. Yeah, I am using async router. Okay. So no problems. No problems there. Let me put this here. Oops. We'll call this got here 2 and got here 1. Good old binary search debugging. Binary search bingo, some call it. All right, we got the got here 1. Cool. So that means that the problem is, in fact, in the OIDC routes. So that gives me a better idea of where I'm looking. All right. So Goog routes is probably what we're looking for. Lib OIDC accounts.google index. Do we have res.send? Do we have res.anything here? Res. There is no res.anything. What is the problem? I'm a little bit confused on this one. Oh, whoops. I think I did a promise.resolve where I should have done a promise.then. I think that might be what happened here. Or maybe a promise.resolve.then. I think I might have done that in more than one place. Okay, let's see. I think this smells like it could be the problem. Where was next from? Next was from here. Where's chain going? Chain goes here. And this problem, I believe, would be solved if I took the approach I was suggesting earlier, where The OIDC stuff is one step, and the Google-ish stuff is a separate step. Okay. Okay, so no, for the DayPath project, that would not work. It needs to be in CSS. It needs to be straight up CSS, because this would be a widget that other people would put on their page, whether it's Angular or Svelte or Vue or React or JavaScript. It would just be something that they put in their page. So this needs to be in CSS. It can't be something that requires 4 megabytes of a framework. But there's some other projects where that might be doable. But we're going to get some design on it first, I think. I think I'm chatting with the designer on Thursday. Okay. All right. So that could fix the problem right there. I want to look a little bit more though. Okay, verify Google token. That makes sense. This seems kind of silly at this point though, doesn't it? Oh, because this is a function that returns a function. Okay, it returns a function, which it returns a chaining of 2. But if I remember correctly, our chain here returns a function that has the recres next. So that should all work. Yes. Yes, that should all work. Okay, so let's just give this another try. I'm going to clear out the screen here. I'm going to refresh, click Google sign in, and we should be on to a different error. Looks like we are. Oh, good. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. Something suspicious is going on. The given OIDC token does not belong to this app. That doesn't surprise me. It does a little bit, but not a lot bit. I've probably changed the client ID since the last time I worked on this, or the client ID might be empty. So what I'm going to do is in another window, I'm going to go check out what I have in the environment variables in this. I think everything I should be able to show publicly because this is just a demo. But let's see, .env, we got example.env, has port, has a secret, has potentially a private key, Google client ID, Google redirect, Google test token. Oh, mailgun stuff. Mailgun stuff we definitely don't want to show on stream. Because I've got real mailgun keys here. Real Twilio keys. I have a Google secret, but it's only for a junk project, so I don't think it matters that much. All right. So Google ID. I need to go check my Google client ID and my Google client secret and see what's up with those. That I can kind of do over here. No, I don't want to do that over here. Even though it's just a test token, I don't want to put out my Google secret right now. So let's see. I'm going to go back. console.cloud.google.com/dashboard. Let's see, select a project, and then look at, dang it. I got to figure out where this thing went. Go to project settings, I think is what I got to do. Oh, no. All right, I got to go back to my blog post here where I have all the quick links to all this stuff. Okay, APIs dashboard. That's where I need to be. All right. Oh, I think I know why it is the way that it is. Because I'm pretty sure I just put in XXXX. I didn't put in the actual client ID. Let me just go back to this real quick. Oh, I may need to go discipline a child. Did she come back? Okay. She went too far away from the house on her bike. Now her bike's getting taken away. Which kind of stinks. It'd be nice if there was a better way to deal with that. Then we have to decide for how long her bikes get taken away. You know, we want her to be able to ride the bike, but she can't go out of bounds. A lot of these parenting decisions, you know, a lot of the, you know, you remember as a kid, you thought, oh, this is not fair. This isn't even a good punishment. Or maybe you didn't, but I did. I tried to think about a rational way about the punishments. And, you know, it's just the easiest thing wins. And so taking away the bike makes sense. It seems like there should be a better way to deal with that. Whatever. Sometimes, you know, we get to have some conversations about it and discuss it and actually figure out really good solutions that we really agree with. We had a potty problem that we were able to figure out. Could her bike riding be restricted to the backyard?
Well, she can't really ride in the backyard.
Okay. When they were born, didn't you give them a keyboard and mouse? I love my children. I wouldn't give them a mouse unless it were a pet. But yes, they were given keyboards.
You want your bike?
Okay, what?
Well, next time listen. Next time open your ears and listen.
My sanctum sanctorum has been violated. All right. I was thinking about the problem of the client ID.
We need to measure. Come, let's go.
Right here. Okay.
No whining.
So this is going to be process.env.google client ID. That's what that's going to be. No VR headsets for my children. The real world is virtual enough. Hey-oh! So I think we got an error, but I think it's a completely different error. All right. There's my test user token. Now, if you want to be able to snipe people's tokens while they're doing live screen shares, there's this excellent utility
You beat your pants?
called...
Okay, it's too late.
What? Did she pee? Addie!
Keep your pants.
Oh. Well,
You're in trouble now.
come back outside. Hold on. Go deal with this. All right, come back outside. She peed her pants. I don't want her to walk around inside. What are you going to do? Hey, honey, can I put the door down? Honey, honey, honey. Can I put the garage door down?
Yeah, then we need to move that.
Well, we don't need to move everything. We need to move these couple of pieces, right?
Shelves outside, I need to see them.
Put these out. Put this out. All right. There's holes in these socks. Shall we just dispose of them? All right. Moving some stuff out of the garage. Okay. And the garage door's coming down. Okay. You know, not everything is AI. Uh-oh. Why is that coming back up? Oh. And then the garage door back down. Okay, let's do a take 3 on this. Hello, everybody. So image recognition, so here's the thing. Everything is literally artificial intelligence, right? Every program that you write is artificial intelligence. So if you're going to use such a loose term that you're saying that Python is using AI to get text out of an image, then literally everything is AI. It's just doing optical character recognition. I mean, maybe it's AI, but I hesitate to say that just because something can read from your system fonts and determine which characters match your system fonts or some font library, I hesitate to say that that makes it AI. Okay, let's there's a lot of terms in the industry, probably all of them, that just get way overused, and AI has become one of them where just everything's AI, but it's character recognition. But the cool thing is that it does it instantaneously with the M1. I don't know if it requires M1 or not, but it does it instantaneously on the M1 at least, where it's literally as quick as a screenshot. I can just go grab this, and then if I paste that, it's a block. It'll preserve the new lines and stuff as well. Anyway, so where were we at? I think I was just ready to try this again. No, we tried it again. I did try it again. I was checking to see. Okay, it looks like that worked. So now I've got social login or login with email, but the social login is gone. So I think something broke, but I don't know what it is that broke. Okay, and there's our ID token. So it looks like it worked. Oh, unexpected error. It's your fault, it says. All right, well, let's figure out why. Missing or invalid cookie session. Please log out and log in again. Okay, so we shouldn't be getting that error. Let's see what was sent. No cookie appears to have been sent. So I think something went wrong. Where did the thing go wrong? Where's the OIDC? We should have got a go, or it should be got here. I mistyped it as go here. 1 and 2. Did we get both of those? Okay, we've got the go here 1. Everything seems to have worked, but we didn't get the got here 2. So I'm a little confused about that. I think it simply may not have happened. That would make the most sense. So we need to get to the got here 2. So at some point, let's see, catch next, return await. This one. Okay, chain. That should give us a function. I think this needs to call next eventually. I think that if this wins, maybe dot then next. Is that what we need? Okay, so this throw will be caught here. Yeah, so crypto crash. It's not really, so the thing is, it's all speculative investment. So it's not that anything happened with cryptocurrencies, it's that the stock market's crashing. And because the stock market's crashing, people who are not patient with their money are dumping things that they consider investments. And since most people don't consider cryptocurrency as a currency with an economy, most of them consider it some sort of faux investment. If they're getting scared, then they're dumping their investments, and so that's causing the price to go lower. So unless you have a good reason to believe that there's actually a beneficial technology in some sort of cryptocurrency, then I would say don't buy it while it's low. I mean, it'll probably go back up because as the market recovers, people reinvest. So it doesn't really matter which one you pick. You can throw some money in any cryptocurrency right now, and the price is going to go back up. Especially because inflation is so high, the price has to go back up. But you have the market crashing, plus interest rates are going up. So people are going to be dumping stocks right now because they're operating out of fear. They're not keeping a level head. But the whole idea that a cryptocurrency is an investment is just kind of silly because you can't be an investment and a currency at the same time. Well, you kind of can, but that goes back to my thing about the dinars the other day. I think that was on Saturday night. I was talking about dinars. It was 2 sessions ago, 2 or 3 sessions ago. All right, so now I think this should be working because I think this was missing the next. So it's going to return a function that has a rec res and next, and then it's going to call the next. And this itself is not asynchronous. Do we need this one to have a promise? Okay, so if we get to this point, then I think actually, I could be wrong here, but I think once we're at this point, oh no, because that's a middleware, right? Okay. So the reason that we need to do this, hold on, let me think about it. I might want to break this down. Lane handler 2. So let's say we've got, this is lane handler 2. And then this right here So this whole thing is plain handler 1. Let's see, plain handler 1, plain handler 2. Trying to make this look a little less freaky tiki. So can I move this out? Maybe. What is this complaining about? Oh, it doesn't like that. Yeah. So this would just be at type. There we go. So that's not really. This is a plain next. I'm going to call it plain next 2 still. Wait, I gave this a type already. What is it? What is it complaining about? Oh, a type import express handler. What is it complaining? That's what it's called, right? It is handler. Yeah, middleware 1, middleware 2. I don't know. I'm going to move it around this way. Okay, so now I think this is going to work. Let's try it again. Let's see. Or at least get one step further. Okay, no tokens, something went wrong. That's fine. Okay, got here too. That's excellent. So we did get past 1 point. Let me see. I think I had another chain function in here. Yeah. Might move that to utils or something. Because I would imagine I probably messed up both chain functions if I messed up one of them. But right now I don't want to have the inverted dependency kind of thing going on. So let's just go ahead and say, boom. Just updated both chains. Okay. All right, so we don't need this anymore because we know we're getting there. But the problem is that I was expecting us to have a JWS of some sort, and apparently we don't have that, which seems weird because it seems like we should, but it's probably one of those things. Let me go look at OIDC accounts. So this was just returning the tokens before, and so now, okay. This should actually have the JWS as well. I think I already defined that as an underscore JWS. Yeah, okay, it's right there. All right. So this is going okay. And then the claims are right there. Do I need the headers? I don't know if it's called header or headers. I think it's just called header. I think I'd want that in there. And the rest of this is okay. Okay. In regards to storing the Jwt tokens, we actually just had, I gave a long explanation about this in the last session. So I'm not going to go into that right now, but I might be able to give you a time code to it. Give me just 1 second. But the answer is both, because there's the refresh token and then there's the ID token or the access token, or both. What is going on outside? Okay, and what was I doing? Hold on. I was looking up, yes, I was looking up. I don't actually know where my transcripts are right now. That's something I should work on this weekend. There's so many things I want to do. Let's see. Yeah, the transcript, I think the transcript from earlier this morning is already up. Otter changed their process, so now my automated process doesn't work. But let's see, what's a unique word that I said this morning? First of all, let me just sort these. Let's see, reverse sort these. So March, April, May. Okay, so I don't want to do latter with an R. So I'm searching over here. These are all of my speech to text files. Holy moly, they are getting big, aren't they? Look at this one from this morning. Quite big, 2.3 megabytes. That's a lot of speech. Oh, and these are all dot back. Where's the original? That's strange. Something might be going wrong here. Why is the original? All of these end in dot back. Oh wait, did I sort these wrong? There we go. That's what happened. I sorted them wrong. Okay, so this would be the one from earlier, I think. Which means that if we, first of all, let me just look in that and see if we get any good information here. Creeds of craftsmanship go, nope, that's not right. Let me just have this run again. What is the day, the 11th? Yeah. Okay, so something from the 11th should be good. It looks like they're using ULIDs. I can't quite tell for certain, but they seem to all start with some sort of time. Anyway, yeah, that didn't work. I got to make these searchable somehow in a better way than they are presently. Who is that working on the full text search database? Wasn't that you, the Neverworld? I don't think that YouTube has the text to speech for search. I could be wrong. It probably plays a part in it some way, shape, or form, or possibly does. I shouldn't say probably. Yeah. But I'm going to check these two files here. And then I'm going to get back to what I was working on. Live at work, 60. What are we at right now? Okay. Grant tokens and cookie. claims went on the tokens. Yeah, I'm going through here, and yeah, I'm gonna give up now. I'm gonna go back to this. So the problem that we have is that I was looking for the wrong property. No, it's not a big deal. I'm a grown adult. I do what I choose to do. All right, so is that going to be PPID? I think that's what we put that across as, PPID. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, that should be, oh, right. It's PPID there as well. Okay, that should be good enough. And now I think it's going to work. Maybe, or at least a different error. Let's see, do we get a different error? Interesting. Cannot read properties of null reading sub. Okay. Where is it reading sub from? Oh, down here. Posting to refresh. Again, I can see what's happening here. Yeah. Something went wrong again. What did go wrong this time? Okay, 199. Okay. What's 199 right here? User. Okay, user. Did I not do user up in the OIDC bit? Yeah, user's right here. Did we get the got here too? Got here too. And that's the header, and that's the claims. Okay. Seems reasonable enough. And rec authn certainly exists there. Rec authn.user is set. Let's just call this got here 3. Let's see what we get when we refresh. There's another question that I have searched for a lot and still don't know the answer. When you send a token, is it okay to send it in the HTTP body, or does it, or should it be in the header? So when you send a token, what do you mean? When you send a token as a response, or when you send a token to be used as an access token? I would argue that you should use authorization bearer. I don't think it's a good idea to put it in the body for a few different reasons. The most important of which is that it's literally the standard to put it as authorization bearer. And as part of that, the security tools that you're going to have in your stack are going to scrub that token from logs and such, your HTTP logger. If you put it in the body, everybody puts it in the body in a different way. My wife is building us a coat rack. So you're a lot more likely to accidentally leak that sensitive information in logs and stuff. Hey, you hear that? Yeah, you hear it just like I do. It's funny because it noise filtered the saw. It seemed to earlier. So okay. I don't even know. User is null. What the letter L? What do you mean user's null? Oh. HD. I wonder what that stands for. Maybe something domain. Email verified nonce. Name. Picture. Given name. Family name. Locale. All right. So, what was that? I know what I need to do here. So my example users, I need to put in another entry to map the user. So we've got I've got a silly little database here. So here's the email address. Actually, there's something else I wanted to AJ at beyondcodebootcamp.com. So all of these things are going to map to the same user, and this Google ID will map to that user as well. Okay, now this time for reals, it's going to work. Or not. What went wrong this time? All right, let me try again. Let's see what's going on. rec.authn.ppid. All right, let's take a look. What's ppid on this? ppid. Boom. Okay. db.get. Oh, maybe this was supposed to be ID. I don't know what this was supposed to be. Hold on. Let me check. Example. db.get. I probably got an email. Was email verified, right? Don't we have that in here? Email, issuer, PPID. Okay. So let's do PPID on all these things. ID : whoops. This is really neither here nor there. But this should work. This should get me back a user. Let's see. The thing is, I don't think Next.js can check headers in the API. I don't even know what you mean by that. So this is one of the things that I lament about modern web development is there's a lot of stuff that's been simple. It hasn't been complicated. It's been really easy, and people are developing ways to get around it. So one of the primary examples of that would be, well, maybe not primary examples of that exactly as I described it, but kind of sort of in a way, Remix.js, right? The original way the web works with form posts is relatively simple. It's unsophisticated, works well enough, whatever. Then you've got the JSON APIs. They work pretty well. Then you get all this stuff with React where it's just mountains and mountains of complexity. And then you get Remix, which says, okay, we're going to take React, but we're going to make it use form posts. Basically, we're going to abandon all the good stuff about using JavaScript, and we're just going to go back to taking the most complicated parts, adding more complexity on top of it to make it dumber like it was originally, but not work as well. You know, so that's my beef with these frameworks is they're trying to protect people from learning simple things. Right? It's one thing if you're trying to protect people from having to learn a mountain of complex things that they won't generally need to do on a day-to-day basis for their job, right? But they're trying to protect people from learning really simple things that they do need on a day-to-day basis for your job. If you're a web developer and you don't know how to do headers, you suck at being a web developer. Now, that's no offense to you. Well, at least none more than is explicitly stated, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I don't, oh, I said like a whole bunch of times there, or at least once, which feels like a whole bunch. I don't necessarily think that it's the cyclical problem of the tools and the people propagating the tools. It should not be difficult. Got something in my teeth, hold on. For you to figure out how to set a header and how to read a header. That should not be a mind-bending problem, because this has been around. This is how we've done web development since the 1980s. PHP does this, 90s. PHP does this just fine, right? So, yeah. But I don't know. I thought that Next was not, I didn't think Next let you use APIs. I thought that Next, isn't that one of the ones where it's just for blogs? And PHP is a terrible way to start, by the way, but it's better than nothing. For sure. All right. Okay, we got to a different problem here. All right, so now user, we're getting Marco and Polo and all that. Great, excellent. All right, lib session 1004. I think this actually is an AJ problem. That's good news, because if it's an AJ problem, AJ can fix it. And by that I mean everything here is an AJ problem, because like if there is any problem here at all, I certainly created it. Okay, is new session. Oh, there we go. What I meant to say is something I did wrong today type of thing. I don't know if I really want to. I'm not going to publicly expose that quite just yet. There we go. All right, and we're back at it again. One more refresh, one more try. Hey! It says, congrats, you win. Check the console for your token. This is great. Look, you got to think of it this way. It's the Pareto distribution, right? Less than 20% of the developers are going to represent 80% of the good developers, or something like that. Less than 20% of the developers, and just look at NPM, right? There's different ways of measuring good. But you can be prolific. You can be well thought. Probably won't be as prolific as if you're as well thought. but it's difficult to start as a good developer because the resources are so terrible. Actually, where's my little fortune cookie thing? It should still be on the desk here. It should have migrated with me with the move. Okay, where's my tomato at? I don't see it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I'm going to be really sad if I lost this. I may have lost it. That will make me incredibly sad. Where's my... Oh no, I have my little fortune cookie that says I hope it's somewhere. We'll find it later, I think. I hope. It may have blown off the desk and been lost to the sands of time. My wife accidentally left the garage door open the other day for a few hours and a lot of wind was coming in, so it could be anywhere. The little piece of paper could have blown off my desk. But it says, what was it? Good judgment comes from experience. Experience comes from bad judgment. So there's that. Okay, what are we at now? So everything worked, is that right? No, refresh failed again, but for a different way this time. Reason this time. That's okay. So let's go check out why refresh failed. Let's see, claims.sub. Humbug. Yay, now I get the logout button. Huzzah. All right, let's see. Refresh is still failing. Category properties null of sub. Okay, well, let's figure out what we do have in here. Oh, refresh off. It says it right there. So what do we have? jws.claims.sub. Auth in, jws claims sub. Did I misspell something? I must have misspelled something. Auth in, jws claims sub. That seems odd. App 199. Let's go check online 199. Well, that's not here at all. Okay. I guess this is going to be the ID on this one. And maybe that's what this one was supposed to be too. No, the one below. I'm going to need to get those figured out a little bit better. I'm going to set up a tutorial for me to learn headers. Good. I do have an old video on my channel that's really, really old. I think it was basically learning HTTP with Netcat. There we go. Check these out. I'm just going to post this in the channel here. Netcat plus HTTP equals of. There we go. I think both of these would be good. Some of the information about Node is going to be out of date. But HTTP headers haven't changed in the last 10 years, so you are welcome very much. Okay. Let's see. Now if I refresh again. Oh, I win. Cool. Just refreshing gets me the token. Excellent. Okay, so at this point, I think I verified everything is working again. I do have a few details to work out. But this should be good enough for me to continue on now to the next steps. Okay, the one, actually, I should still test the exchange. I don't remember what the exchange would do in this case. What was the exchange doing before? That would be a good question. Yeah, so this was, okay, the idea here was, this is going to be get a new access token from an ID token or refresh token. This one is going to be get a new ID token from a refresh token. This one is going to be get a new session. And then this is going to be get a new session. And this is going to be get a new session. I think I do want to collapse these into one. The use code and the use receipt. And then just based on what you present, you get back something different. All right, that's not going to do anything interesting. I think it'll just be auth end session challenge. But I still haven't figured out how I'm going to curry the MFA. That's one thing that I need to figure out how to do before this goes 1.0 for reals for reals. I think it might be more implementation detail. I'd like it to be something that can be handled in a standardized way, but because okay, I post my password and then I give my MFA details, so I get an error, basically a partial, an error that represents this is a partial request or a partial. Yeah, it's a partial error. So I just have to curry the responses. Or do I put in, say you put in the password and the MFA at the same time? I at least need to put in some of the. Do I want to do that now? Let me think on this. For MFA, we need to store basically a random secret in the database. Same one needs to be on the server. It needs to be on the server and the client needs to get it. And then we could just pass it in with the password. Or with the access code. We basically, for the link, we would put in the status, we would put something like requires 2FA, would go back with the status. Let's see, presently, let me go check what the status says presently. Okay. Whatever this check is here, I think that will contain the email in it. Let me see, what are we doing? What are we storing? Are we doing set? Okay, user agent identifier, right. Okay. So we're going to have the identifier.value is what we're going to have there. So in the one where we're setting states, we are setting the identifier there already. Okay. So presently I should be able to get the identifier and I should be able to look up, does that require 2FA or not? In fact, that should happen when I create the order. So I should be able to put a 2FA middleware in here. And have a rec, res, and a next. And I would call next. And so what I would do is I would set rec.body.state.mfa equals true. Let user equals db.get, and then user dot equals requires so say we do something like this, and I'm doing underscore because I'm assuming I'm getting this from the database where it's got underscores. Okay, so I think that's how I do the MFA check. I would just modify the body to include it before it gets passed in here. Or maybe this would be, auth.state or something. I don't know. I would like, in general, to be passing things into this in a style of a function, but in this case, I don't really want to have a bunch of callbacks. It seems that this is going to be the easiest way. The easiest way to pass that information around is going to be able to modify the state that gets attached with the order. In the case of credentials, we know the user at the time that. And the reason I put it on the order is because I don't want every status check. I don't want it to go look up again and again and again. Does this user require 2FA? That should be clear at the beginning. So really, I mean, that could be shifted client side, maybe. We still would need some sort of way to get information about a user to the client. I don't know. Okay. All right, so I want to test the exchange, and then I want to be done for now. Not that exchange. That exchange is already tested. I'm confident in that one, I think. This exchange. This is the one that I want to test. And so what would I do differently here? Yeah, I don't know if I'd do anything differently. I think just going to let that one go. All right. Okay, I think I'm ready to move on. I think I am. I got the grant cookie if new session. That's working. Let me just double check. The refresh is not granting a new session. All right. Okay, that's fine. We don't have, so response headers, yeah, we don't have a set cookie on here. So the cookie goes in. We don't have a set cookie coming out. Good there. All right. Delete session. Well known. Okay. Things are working, so that means that it is definitely time to do a little commit. The next string is the Google client ID, or the Google PPID. There we go. I hear a child screaming. Oh, I hear a mommy. Okay, good. Okay. I think everything under lib is ready to go. I think everything under public is ready to go. I'm not sure that the README is as up to date as it ought to be. Let's check that out. Oh, README is just prettier adjustments. Okay. Boom, and a reminder from me to you. Check out creedsofcraftsmanship.com if you want to see talks and prezos on basically follow what I'm following on software engineering. All right. Tested, working, lib auth. Huzzah. Let's see. Savvy devs. Alrighty. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and push that up. And I think it's time to really rip this thing apart now. Oops, I tooted. Actually, that wasn't an oops. That was perfectly intentional. I needed to find comfort. All right, let's see what we can rip out. Okay, we should not need that router at all. We should need strategy handler. Shouldn't need any of these handlers anymore. So let's just go on with the assumption that we can get rid of all of those just fine. Let's see. What was private key coming from? Private key was coming from there. If private key. I don't know what all this was about, but it all needs to go. Anything with reading from the file system, it's got to go. That all needs to happen elsewhere. That does not belong in here. It could go somewhere else, but not here. Was that supposed to say now or not? I think it's supposed to say not. That's okay. Yeah. You should be able to get the private key. Just basically if not private key, problems. Do we have the public key? Okay, I think we just get rid of all this stuff here. So if not private key, throw new error. Let auth. Private key. Is not a JWK object. Please use key pairs to parse or generate. Yeah, this is what we could do. PEMs or generate JWKs. I think that's right. Cool. All right, why is this upset? Too many ending brackets. Hey, how's it going? I'm AJ. I'm working on some auth stuff. I'm actually deleting old code now. This is a wonderful, wonderful thing to be doing. think I should be able to get rid of all the body parser stuff. Yeah, because I should be able to get rid of anything to do with, let's see. Any of this. Oh, there was that default cookie path though. I do need to think about that. I think I had a thought on that, but I don't remember what it was. I'm just going to comment that out for now because that does need to resurface. Okay, I don't need to do the cookie parser here. And I'm not going to be doing any of this anymore. Or any of that, or any of that, or any of that, or any of that. So all of this is done away. Okay. Allow non-HTTPS cookies. I wonder if this works on localhost. If you can set secure cookies, but it will still allow insecure cookies on localhost. That'd be interesting. All right, so here's all these routes that I'm going to delete. Oh, I probably need to update how GitHub works. So I'll leave that one there just as a reminder myself. Okay, we don't need that. I don't need this one. I don't need any of these. I don't need any of this. So this I'm going to leave commented out as a reminder to myself that I am coming back here to sort that out. Okay, this verified JWT probably just belongs with the OIDC stuff. I don't remember. A lot of those can probably just go. Let's see, reset cookie, that needs to stay. Grant cookie, that needs to stay, although some of this stuff could probably be simplified. Grant tokens and cookie, that can be removed because we're not going to use that anymore. This is always the best. Perfection is not achieved when there's nothing left to add, but when there's nothing left to take away. That is what we're going for, my friends. So wait, I've got a grant cookie, and then I've got to grant cookies. Oh, that's scary. What did I do that for? That was dumb. Or no, that's grant tokens. Never mind, that's okay. All right, strategy handler. I don't think we need that anymore. So let's go ahead and delete all of that. Let's see. All right, cookies are secure, or let's say secure cookies equals development and true. Everything needs to be signed. Same site should be strict. And then I guess we should have, we have some cookie ops up in here. What do we got here for cookies? That's the first thing, really? Okay, well, that's fine, I guess. We're gonna get rid of these options. Let's see if ops dot. I'm just gonna put a to do here. And if ops dot cookie path, or rather if not ops dot cookie path, throw new error. Missing HTTP. I'm missing cookie path. There we go. All right, for right now, cookie defaults dot path equals ops dot cookie path. There we go. Oh, that sounds like it hurt. All right, I'm gonna go check on that real quick. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Oh, this did not go as smoothly as it was going this morning. Lots of stuff happening in the house. Did y'all watch me blow my nose? Why are you watching me blow my nose? I thought I'd moved out of the way of the camera, but I guess not enough. Okay, where am I at? hold on. One more thing. One more thing. Hey, respond. Oh, wife trying to burn the house down. She got the nail gun, and yeah, the electrical cables, generally speaking, run pretty close to where the outlet is, and typically straight up. And so I was just reminding her not to use the nail gun above where there's an outlet on the floor, or nails in general, because then you're going to put a nail through the electrical outlet, and then one day you're just going to rest your hand on the wall, and all of a sudden, actually, that's kind of unlikely, because you'd have to have somewhere for the electricity to go, but still. All right. All right, what was I doing? Grant tokens. There was something about the cookie path, right? Yeah, I was going to look at the cookie path. All right, we don't parse private key. Hmm. Okay, I've got a function from key pairs that should just be basically two public key that should be synchronous. Let's see, add root key pairs. Let me go check on that. Have to parse it. Shouldn't have to generate. Let's see. I had a function, I think it was called neuter. Where did it go? Okay, generate, parse, import, export, publish. That was what it was. Publish. Okay. No. It says promise is a public key. Does it really promise a public key? Public key? That's probably fine though. We should be able to get that done. I think I know the reason that it's promising. It's because it needs to hash to get the key ID to make sure that the key ID is the same. So what I might need my old neuter function. Basically, if you delete D, you should be good. I think if you delete D and then maybe QI or something like that, you just don't copy those over. All right, whatever. Let's see. JWK, private key let pub. Oops. Did you see that? A little bit of Go creeping in there. Key pair dot public equals pub. I think that's it. Okay. I think it's that simple. This is going to be JWS priv. There we go. And this returns is that correct? What in the world is she doing? We haven't paid off the home yet. Can't tear down all the walls. Property or signature expected. Okay, I think we're just gonna have to go with object here. We'll go with void. All right, I don't know what that was about. I don't have that anymore. Oh. Okay. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is actually great. This is what we want right here. Mm. Okie dokie day. What do we got here? We're promising return key pair dot public. There we go. Error does not implicitly have the type any. It implicitly has the type error. There we go. We'll ignore those for now. Okie dokie day. Token verifier does nothing by default. All right, let's go delete some code. Delete, 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 delete. This just looks complicated, so I'm pretty sure it's wrong. I think I need to get rid of grant tokens and just have a grant token. I think that's what it needs to be. Reset cookie. It's pretty clear. Maybe it should be refresh cookie, not reset cookie, but tomato, potato. All right, verify ID token. Okay, and then what is this about? Key pair. We definitely need a private key. Do we want to say when we're doing the verification of this token here, are we saying that it's only verifiable with this current public key? I think right now we are, but I don't think we should be saying that. I'm going to move along. Verify JWT. What was this one about? Oh, that's just a reminder that I need to clean up the GitHub route in general. I don't need that for the work stuff. Okay. Okay, that can go down. This can go down. Key pair dot private. Let me think. This has to be able to issue tokens. So it has to be able to verify tokens. Well, not necessarily, yeah. It's going to have a private key. Yeah, the whole purpose of this is to be able to issue tokens, so it must have a private key. It must be able to validate its own keys. Okay, that makes sense. So this is not even an option. Okay, we could do that. This is not possible. This seems to be an impossible condition here. This doesn't need any special init or anything like that. Key pairs, okay, parse, private key. Yeah, that can all move there. Generate if no key is given. Key must be given. Okay. That kind of just belongs on a middleware, I guess. I'm going to move this up to the cookie path bit. So we could make some sort of middleware that is the default cookie path middleware or something. Thing is, I don't think there would be nice if Express had a way to unregister middleware. I don't think it does. It could, but I'm not sure. Because there are some, not a lot. There's a few cases where you want to be able to have a route for some sort of initialization and then have that route go away. All right, development, true, insecure. Okay. What's that about? All right, that's to remind me to take out the trash tonight. Okay. Cookie path here. I think what I should do, let's say that this should be true. That makes sense. But we'll do it this way. If ops.development there we go. Okay, so I've got that bit done. Okay. Ah. Okay, where did my options come from? All right, we're gonna get rid of this. All right, is that what this did? The options just takes my options and puts them over top of the other options. I think that's what it does. Options as defined here just takes the other options. Yeah, so it's just doing an object assign. I'm going to do this one more time just because there's banging and stuff and it's making it hard for me to think. But you know how them girls are. Once they get a hammer in their hands and a plan in their head, they just modify the house to their heart's content. Let's see here. Yes. This is kind of redundant, but I like to do it. I guess actually this is more clear. So I'll leave it that way. All right, so as far as challenges go, got challenge ops. All right, so there's some stuff in here I want to get rid of, but I'm not quite sure how yet. Challenge routes, return challenge routes, credentials. Let's just go ahead and get rid of all that. And go get rid of any instance of calling init. Don't need any of those anymore. Init is now officially dead. We also won't need any strategy handler. Get rid of all of those. So we get this login function is now dead. Great. Get rid of that one. No, this doesn't take any parameters right now. You can just get rid of that. Okay, we can get rid of all these. Claim of bombs. Wait, what about that last one? Did that have a next in there? No, it did not. The next happened before. Okay, good. Okay. Credentials. We can get rid of grant tokens and cookie. We can get rid of all of this development stuff. I think pretty much all of it. Okay, all of this stuff, I'm pretty sure we can get rid of all of that. And we can get rid of logout as well. And we can get rid of notify. Though I don't think we can get rid of the store function or the verifier. Okay. Alrighty. I don't know what that's complaining about. Ah. Why is this not working? Someone explain that to me. Why is the type that I'm setting here not... Oh, because it's not actually, it doesn't map to a handler. Okay, I'm just going to put ds ignore on that one for now. All right, credential routes. And then we're going to return credential routes. So let's just do this. There we go. No more of that. Turn challenge routes. Oh, I'm going to snooze that at least once more. Okay, that's got some complicated stuff I'm not ready to tackle. All right, good. So let's see. Don't want any OIDC routes. Don't want any credential exchange or logout routes. I don't want any challenge routes. We're getting rid of all the routing stuff. What was that? Oh. Oops. No app there. No strategy handler. No grant tokens and cookie. This is looking better and better all the time. So specifically, this should, okay, to do, this should return one route per strategy, maybe? Okay. Ah, this is terrible. I don't like doing it this way. Just declare a function. Let me see, where else did I do that? Let dot star equals async. Let me try to fix these as well. Pretty sure I did that in at least one other place. I'll just come across them all right now and fix them up. Okay, that looks like that's it then. What is this that we're returning here? Let's Just put that down at the bottom. There we go. That's one I think deserves to be cleaned up a little bit more still, but I'll wait on that for later. Okay, so auth 2 routes. Don't need to worry about that. Well known, that's legit. Okay, we go fix this one. Same here. This should just be, we should just let that be GitHub specific. But no strategy handler, no tokens and cookies. Oh, what's up, y'all? How's it going on your end? What are you up to? All right. I think I've cleaned this up decently well. Now I need to go fix OIDC accounts Google index over here. Just get rid of stuff. Just delete. All right. Interesting. I wonder why I declared it that way. This is interesting. So I'm telling this what type it is, and it's complaining at me. But if I go back and I let it do the asterisks, oh, that's weird. Because I thought I could do either asterisk or // and they would both be recognized. But for some reason, it appears that that's not the case here. Okay, good to note. Okay, grant tokens. Nope. Nope. All right. Strategy. Okay. Oops, at type. Okay, so that one. Yeah, I don't think I've got a good. Okay, so this looks like it's cleaned up now. Of course, there's more. I think I'm just going to go ahead and get this one out of the way too. Oh. Let's see. This one might require a little bit more love because this one already has some back and forth. Okay, the redirect, that we can probably put in here. That's probably fine. Okay. Some of these I'm not so sure about. All right, this one says deprecate, so that's going to go away. This is going to go away. This is going to go away. Okay, so here, that's just going to be next. Again, I don't know why I would have chosen that way of naming it. Checking in my music choices. Ah. Hey, Nodak. LoJack, how's it going? Yeah, I haven't been playing music today. There's been too much. Now it's starting to settle down. It's probably about dinner time. Yeah. But before, it was banging, and the garage door was opening and closing, and all sorts of stuff going on. Okay. Uh-oh. Where's this app coming from? Ooh, that's not good. Let me go back to sessions here. Where we got app? Yeah, this is still assuming it's going to pass an app there. Now this is one.
Skip dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Wait, what, when, where, what do you want to do?
Burgers from yesterday.
Okay. Just 5 minutes?
Just come whenever.
Okay. All right. All right, dinner time. And the one thing I want to figure out before I go for dinner is get rid of that app right there. What do I need to do here? I could just create a new app and subroute it. It's kind of a tough one. Routes. All right, why is this one upset? Handler is not assignable. Rec, res, next.
What you did?
What?
Daddy, Luigi's
Oh.
tire
You broke it.
his tire broke the car.
Well, I think that you're just not going to play with this for a little bit. No, it's not working. Because you're being too rough with it. So you're not going to, do you hear? All right. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this morning was really great, but this afternoon, whew, just been so much going on. And there's hair in the car. I need to pull that out. Whatever. Mario Kart Live, Luigi. Okay. Can y'all give me 5 more minutes just to wrap up here? Addie, will you go inside and shut the door, please? Will you shut the door, please? Okay, let's see. Where am I at? This is one of those things where I don't want to lose my place on this particular piece. All right. So this is going to need to have specific routes. Addie, please leave. Leave. What are you bringing here?
Tires.
Why are the tires off of the Mario car?
The tires have an idea.
No, the tires do not have an idea, and you will not be able to play with the Mario Kart because you're being too rough with it. Do you understand?
No, but not too rough.
You are. You are too rough with it, so you're not going to be playing with it. It's the Mario Kart Live car, not a cheapo $5 car. No, just please, you can open the door. Goodness. Okay, what am I doing here? So I don't want to pass that in. All right, and then on this one, so app's not going to go in there. So I need to pass back these routes. All right. I need you to let me be for just 5 minutes more, okay? Then I'll come for dinner. All right. Okay, I'm right in the middle of something I'm trying to finish, but I don't want to lose my place on it. This is one of those tasks. So I just need a little bit of time. Oh my goodness. All right, so what is the right way to handle this then? So the question is, to what degree are these magic strings? All right, yes. Ignore. Yeah, how come that works? But how come my typing didn't work? That's what I'm confused about. Because if I can do @tsignore, I should just as well be able to do that. But it doesn't like it. It only wants it if I do star. I can do the triple on that, and that works. Oh, I don't know. Okay. All right, so I'm going to need... Not sure what the right way to go about this is going to be. Okay, so here's login URL. Login URL. Oh, I know what that's about. That's if we're going to redirect back to the login URL. And I think we're not going to do that. I think we're going to make this a token issuing Dilio and move that responsibility back. Okay. That doesn't make sense. I don't think that would work. Okay, webhooks. Oh, these are what we get to define in the GitHub interface. Okay, so yeah, so I think I know what to do with this. Kind of, sort of. So I need to return, I need to return this route, but I also need to return these other routes as well. So what would this one be called? Because this is basically the same as what the Google one is. This one is different. I don't want to deal with this right now. I'm just going to try to solve this relatively simply and throw a to-do around it. Or let's just put a to-do around it. Let's say, I don't know. So first of all, let's give this one a name. This is going to be exchange code. That's what this one's going to be. So the first thing we're going to do is just replace like this, because this will give me a... Doing this will give me a place to go from. All right, so get emails. And I can't remember the reason I wanted get emails. I think it's because if you're trying to determine what email, There's noise going on inside. The noise is kind of hard to ignore. Okay. So, oh no. Oh crap. So this is get email's route. How about that? There we go. And then this is going to be a to-do. And then we'll do get user info routes is what I'll call that. Okay. Copy the handler. Oh, blah, 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 blah. And so let's see, let's do important stuff. Oh, this is called authorization dialog. I think that's what that is. To do. All right, this is move to example app.js. Dnest auth dialog. All right, so this is going to be routes dot auth dialog equals routes. There we go. That's starting to make sense. Exchange code. It's going to be exchange code routes dot user info equals get user info routes dot emails equals get emails route, and then return routes. All right. And let's put a couple of TS ignores on here. There we go. Okay, so I think that one will be functional now. Let me just do a refresh here and see if, let's see, log out, logged out. Wait, no, that didn't work. Logout failed. No, the logout failed. That's no good. Internal server error on that cannot read null string sub. Okay, app.js. Let me go take a look at this. Where's logout? Okay, I didn't even do anything here. How could this be wrong? All right, how did logout fail? Oh, wait, where was the 199? Okay, let's go double check this. 199. Wait, exchange? Why would it, how could 199 be failing on exchange? Am I at the wrong place? Let me scroll down. Ah, yes, I'm at the wrong place. Okay. User does not have required role to have their session deleted. Okay, let's try this again. Log out. Okay, 209. Let's go take a look at line 209. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I think when we do log out, we should just... Oh, right. Because that would only work for error handlers. Yes. Okay, that's why logout failed. All right, let's try this again. Interesting. Huh. Log out, logged out. No, what? Why is logout not logging out? Okay, I don't have the time to look at this right now, but I'm just going to do git add lib example app.js. I don't think I need to do anything else. I'm just going to have whip broken logout doesn't work. Okay, remove cruft. And actually, that was broken before. Anyway, all right, I'm out for a bit. I'm going to try to get this done tonight, so I will be back after dinner. So if you're still here when I'm back in an hour or two, because I'll probably hang out with the fam a little bit, then I'll see you then. Thanks for joining in. Like, sub, follow if you want to. With all that said, adios.